This is going to be the shortest review of Riverdale Season 3, Number 4. This comic ever, because nothing happens. It should be called Nothing Happens, but we grossed $13,000. It could be called German and Irish people doing absolutely nothing. I wondered, is it cultural appropriation if you have blonde characters, but a blonde person doesn't write the story? Kind of. I mean, I'm just saying. Another thing about this book, well, I'm going to do it. The cover, okay, cover. You see something happening. A little bit of action. Two people fighting. Good enough. And then once you get into the book, it's just nothing. Nothing happens. I'm not saying there needs to be a fight, but it's kind of odd that there's a cover that's not represented in the story. I don't quite understand how that works. A little bit of a teaser on the cover, but zero payoff. Okay, we get you get the happy couple leaving the film. Great, all well and good. Pretty blonde-haired girl brushing her hair. Pretty blonde-haired girl in the rain. Pretty blonde-haired girl still in the rain. This is riveting. I am at the edge of my seat. Her boyfriend flakes on her, and a pretty blonde-haired MILF rolls up in a truck, and the two blonde people talk. And then the two blonde people eat lunch. This is right up Gail Simone's alley. They eat a badly drawn, a very badly drawn lunch. Notice the redheaded waitress. So you have the two blondes and the redheaded waitress. Okay, in the rain. Talking in a truck. And then another red-haired girl. And the blonde. This one image this is like the image of the whole story. This is just German, Irish, maybe? I don't know. It's the whole story. And then they're talking, and then that's the end of the story? Are you freaking kidding me? It's just not. Stories have things happening. I'm not saying you need a fight scene. You definitely don't need a fight scene. That's kind of a cliche that a lot of the spandex, my friend calls them bundles of sticks in spandex. Except he doesn't say bundles of sticks. He's not very woke. I'm not saying you need a fight scene, but you got to have something more than just women talking and women eating lunch in the rain. That's it. That's the end of that story. And you paid $4 for this. Anyway, this is his second story at the end of the book. I'm not quite sure if it's related or what. You have these two characters. Their boat is anchored. I don't know where it's anchored. Oh, somewhere off the Hudson River, sorry. I was thinking Somali pirates somewhere off the coast of Africa. But, okay, so they're anchored. The boat is moving. He looks in a hot tub for the Somali pirates. Cute little silly Billy dog. A wiener dog? I don't know what kind of dog that is. Helps him look for the bad guys. The bad guys are white people in ski masks who apparently like to dab. That is adorable. Okay, white people in ski masks doing violent things because white people wear ski masks and do violence so often. I mean, it's pretty much what they're known for. When I think of guys in ski masks, this is what I think of. And let me just express my disdain for the patriarchy right here. That is an adorable little dog. Okay, white skin and ski masks. That is really weird. Anyway, that's it. That's the whole comic. It's 4 minutes. This cover isn't in the comic. There's nothing in the comic. There's just women eating lunch in the rain, being blonde the whole time. Blonde. Where are the Latino characters in this comic? America is about 20% Mexico, Mexican people, Mexican, Central American descent. Where are they in Archie land? Very few. Most towns in America will have Latinos in them. They would be a Mexican woman working at the counter, or a Mexican guy working at the counter. Wouldn't be some Irish girl. Anyway, this was completely stupid, but let's take a look at your boy Zach's campaign. If you're unfamiliar who the writer of Jawbreakers is, God King, the graphic novel, Richard C. Meyer. He is, let's see, he has a video. He wrote the first Jawbreakers, and partially due to Mark Wade's alleged tortious interference and defamation, he raised like over $400,000. I think $400,000, and then he reopened it with a different color or something, cover, and it I think it made another $100,000. So it might have been up to, I don't know, $500,000. And then he came out with Iron Sights, which is black and white, and raised like $120,000. So it's an amazing success story for the independent businessman, business person, LGBT plus, you bigot. Anyway, so he has this video at the start of his Indiegogo campaign, which is great, except the video is 20 minutes long. It's not 20 minutes of fascinating exposition, discourse. I don't know what you call it. It's a spiel. It's 20 minutes of him talking about Jawbreakers, which is cool, but I mean, you could probably do it in like 2 minutes or 3 minutes or something. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Okay, yeah, the book looks great. Let's hush up. You can go to Diversity or what's the name? You Boys X YouTube and check it out. Okay, so $37,000. Except I don't think it refreshes automatically. So it's $37,700. Let's try to refresh this and see what we come up with. And I think he opened it, I don't know, like 6 hours ago, and he met his initial 39, almost 40K in one day. 1,000 backers. Wow. So that's what, $40 a backer. That is an amazing success story. Congratulations to Richard Meyer, his 5th campaign. So you can get two books. No, you can get this combo is the first book. Let's take a look at it. It's the first book and the second book. 100-page second book, God King Book 3, as well as Zani Ruka. Those are the stories, but it's just kind of confusing, Zach. Kind of confusing. You should just say all these stories are in the second book, and you get a pinup. Who cares about a pinup? And then you get the first book. So all this big long paragraph should be, you get the second book, you get a little poster, and you get the first book. This is kind of weirdly confusing. I'm surprised he didn't have somebody like a buddy of his edit it. I would have Cecil pretty much go over everything, because he seems like a pretty smart businessman. Okay, 2 pinups, very, very cool. God damn it. Okay, back to Jawbreakers. That was for a Vox Day video I'm gonna make. I discovered his Infogalactic page. It's hysterical. He is the world's greatest troll, but I will cover that in a later video. So $39.9. So I already forgot what it was a minute ago, but it's already updated itself. Okay, the overview. You're probably very familiar with the Jawbreakers story. It's super, kind of a superpowered G.I. Joe team. Let's take a look at the art, though. It looks rock solid. That looks very good. Gods are born, heroes die. Jawbreakers will never be the same. This looks, I saw this before. This looks very, very good. I don't know who drew this, but they really knocked that one out of the park. Okay, Aaron Alfeshe. I have no idea. But this looks fantastic. I thought Malin did the first one. Or he did. I guess some people did some of it and other people did other parts of it. Anyway, this looks great. I guess Malin is busy with his own story about werewolves or vampires or something like that. I already forget what it's called. But he's a very good artist in his own right. I saw this and I thought this was fantastic. Look at this. I don't know if she gets saved from the belly of the whale or something. I guess she was such a popular character in the first one. And so your boy wisely decides to kill off a popular character. Why? I hate it when people do that. I hate it. And they do it. They do it in stories because they want to have an emotional event kind of thing, something that sticks with you. But don't kill off popular characters. You bring them back for other stories. If you keep them alive, at least you can bring them back. Chuck Dixon, he's great. This looks fantastic. You got the door gunner in the background, very, very cool. Some kind of 30 caliber. And which is cool because the box ammunition is hanging off the guy's waist. In reality, that thing is so heavy you'd have to have like some kind of shoulder strap or something. And so it feeds off into a belt, and you see the ejected casings. The only thing about the casings is that in comic books, when they draw casings, they never draw them necked. Probably because it's too hard to draw necked casings. So they just draw them straight, and it looks a little bit silly if you're familiar with what a casing looks like. But anyway, this looks fantastic. This is what a comic book is supposed to be. It's Marvel and DC could learn so much from these guys. But if it used to be that if you followed your boy on Twitter, the people who worked at the big comic book professionals, they would block you because they would run a blockchain that said anyone who followed Zach on Twitter was automatically blocked. Why would you block a potential customer? That's insane. And they view it as, well, we're blocking customers because we don't want their money, because they're all, if they follow diversity in comics, then they're bad people. It's just crazy. It sounds as crazy as what I just said. It doesn't make sense to me. If I'm selling a product, I want everyone's money. Anyway, I saw this. I love this kind of art. The spaceship. I mean, it's very, very highly stylized because orbital mechanics don't work that way. You've got planets on top of each other. And you know, a funny thing about asteroid fields, asteroid belts, the Oort comet cloud and all that kind of thing, is I heard that, I always assumed they were like this too, but I heard from some kind of physics show that if you were to stand on one comet or one of these space rocks, the other space rocks wouldn't even be visible. It's pretty much, things in space are on such a large scale that even a comet cloud, when you're standing on one cloud, one comet, one rock, the next rock is kilometers away, which is kind of funny. But if you watch, Star Wars, the 1977 Star Wars, watching that as a kid, it's, you go through these fields and you have all these rocks impacting off each other. Realistically, it's just not like that. Anyway, this looked fantastic. I love this kind of stuff, the space, science fiction, fantasy. Anyway, what's really cool about this book is that he's almost done with it. He's got 90% of the interior been done. Most of it's colored. The lettering doesn't take long, so it's almost ready to rock and roll. And I didn't remember that Jawbreakers shipped on time. That's a pretty good accomplishment, especially because Cyberfrog is like 8 months late, which isn't a big deal in the publishing industry, in the crowdfunded comic book industry. 8 months is nothing. Even a year is not a big deal. But Meyer was able to get his stuff out on time, and that is kudos to him for that. B. Clay Moore and Richard Pace could take notes. Probably Jamal Igle also. Anyway, this looks fantastic. These other projects don't look fantastic. A beehive? Beehives are pretty cool. Anyway, like and comment and subscribe if you're not already subscribed.